Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your match preview for the FA Cup Round 1, Mansfield Town versus Wrexham AFC. That's right. Big one coming up on Saturday. And, Round 1, let's do this. I actually took the time to watch Mansfield Town yesterday, and they lost to Port Vale. And let me tell you, I took some notes, watched the entire game, actually. It was kind of hard to see because there was such low fog at the One Call Stadium. It was tough to watch, but I did check them out, do a little scouting report. Got a couple things I want to walk by. But, we're going to talk about the game coming up this Saturday. It's a late game, 7:45 GMT. It's going to be 12:45 here, PST. We will be doing a watch-along, and hopefully people will join. Excited to do that. We had a really good time last week watching them play. So, we're going to do this for the FA Cup game. So we're talking about that. Like I said, watch Mansfield, do a little scout, talk about the injury situation. Then we're going to talk about how we win and what our starting lineup, potential starting lineup could be, because we have some injuries, some that you guys probably already heard about. One very important one up front that is not great with Stephen Fletcher. Talk about the next game after that. So, all right, let's dive into it. And yes, the other night I did watch Mansfield Town, and they're coming off, I think it was a 19-game unbeaten streak. They've been playing really well. They're right behind us in fourth place in the league. They have played 15 games, and they have 29 points, 7 wins, 8 draws, 0 losses. 7 wins, 8 draws, 0 losses. But they did lose in the cup the other night, so that was pretty big to see that. Port Vale had them on the ropes the entire time. Nigel Clough is their manager. And I wasn't scared of the side. I really wasn't scared of the side. Although I will say, Port Vale did come out and they were playing like a bat out of hell right off the bat. They were on them. It looked like, for me, what I saw, even though Nigel Clough will say this, and I think he did say it, they did not have one eye on the weekend against Wrexham in the FA Cup Round 1 game. But to me, they just weren't at the races. One thing I will say, Keller Dunn looks pretty fast. He has some speed. They have a number 9 at right back covering. He's actually a striker. I'm going to get his name real quick so I don't get that wrong, if I can find it. Number 9 is covering as a right back. His name's Jordan Bowery. So that's probably something we can exploit. Their captain is a big unit, 6'6", Aiden Flint. He's number 14. He gets himself about. He won every header, I would say, that was kicked up. They kicked long balls to him. He won every header. So my thought, when we put this back line together, and we do have some injuries at the back line, I'm going to talk about one being O'Connell, who's going to be out. We'll talk about that in a bit. We got to, whoever is going to be playing against Flint needs to body him up, do some dirty work. I think it's going to be Tozer. I hope it's Tozer. Tozer's a big guy too. That's going to happen. And we got to see who's running off. They did a lot of big and little. Flint gets up and gets his head on the ball. I would say, he said, the stadium, One Call Stadium, looks brilliant. The noise was crazy the entire game. So they will be coming, and they will be coming to play against Wrexham after the loss they had against Port Vale. For me, like I said, I thought they had one eye on the weekend and didn't go through. So we got to watch out for Aaron Lewis, number 15, who's got some great lettuce, great blonde lettuce. So that's one thing I wrote down. I know it's a joke, but Mansfield Town. It wasn't Mansfield Town night, and they did lose. So they're going to be looking to bounce back on the weekend against us. So that was it. Spent the time watching it. It was really great. Really loved cup games. I actually watched some cup games today. Not a lot to say about some of the other teams. Like, some of them got blasted. A couple of them I saw in the FA Cup. First, I think it was. No, what is it today? It was a Carabao Cup. Sorry. I watched Manchester United Carabao Cup get destroyed by Newcastle United. Anyway, this is a Wrexham stream, but let's get into it. So, watch the game. So the injury situation is pretty concerning. Let's talk about that a little bit. We have some injuries that we picked up, some that I wasn't aware about up until yesterday. One that really concerns me is one of our key players who I really like, who's done really well so far for us coming in, has been Stephen Fletcher. He's got a knee injury, undisclosed. He's going to have an operation. They think he could be out to the new year. This has been confirmed by Parkinson. That's unfortunate. I thought he's played really well for us coming on, got a great energy. And we had a 3-headed monster between Palmer, Mullen, and Fletcher. That's gone. Last time Dalby was out, he didn't play that great. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but last time Dalby was out, he didn't play that great. So now he's going to have to step up. But I don't think that Dalby's going to be starting this game. I think it's going to be walk through that too. I think it's going to be Fletcher and Big Palmer, who just shaved off his beard from November. He looks different. He looks different. So yeah, we have some injuries. I said that's one. Stephen Fletcher worries me. He's going to have surgery, solve a knee issue, probably be out for probably the rest of the year. What is it, November 1st today? Maybe the rest of the year, maybe sooner. We'll see. Hopefully he comes back when we get fit. It's unfortunate. Do we go in for somebody in the window? I don't know. Maybe somebody has to drop off the team. Somebody steps up from the youth, 23s, but we'll see what happens there. Second injury that bothers me with the team is Egan O'Connell. He's got a thigh injury. He's out 8 weeks. He didn't play in the last game, obviously, but he's out potentially 10 weeks. Got a thigh injury, which was confirmed as well. He started playing really well at the back. I really liked him pairing up with O'Connor and Tozer when he was in there, and Boyle as well. So he's out. That's 2 big injuries. Third one. So ligaments, 8 weeks. Ryan Barnett, our right wing back. Not great to see him out. Although the deputized Mendy has deputized with him and has done really well. He's always a solid player. I do like Mendy going back more than I like going forward. Ryan Barnett's played really well, really fast down that right side, getting balls in the box, creating space. And for Palmer and Mullen and Fletcher when he was in the team as well, and Lee coming in late. So that's a big injury. Another one, Jordan Tunnicliffe, excuse me. Tunnicliffe says nerve problem, 2 to 3 weeks. So, okay, that's not horrible. What we'd love to get him back, considering that we have we have O'Connell out, not great. So Jordan Tunnicliffe, nerve problem, 2 to 3 weeks. Another one, Aaron Hayden. He's day-to-day. Aaron Hayden's day-to-day. Love to get him back, get him in the lineup. I thought maybe he could start the game on the weekend, but if he's just day-to-day, let's go with someone that is fit. As you know, we want to win this game. We want to keep going through the FA Cup. It's only round 1, and yes, we want to win the league. That's more important. But good cup runs are great. Builds momentum. Also, to getting a little more cohesiveness with the team. I know we can't pick our best 11 because we do have injuries. Parkinson's smart. I think he's going to go strong with the lineup. We'll talk about that next minute or two here. But I think he's going to go with a strong lineup. But we have, I believe, a good cup run would be great. FA Cup, maybe we get a bigger team. Make some money for the side for the club. It'd be great, and have some nice revenue come in. So that's another thing we got to look at. But yeah, those are the injuries. And Rob Layton, knee, unknown return date. That's the last one. Sorry, that was on there. So Rob Layton, Aaron Hayden, Jordan Tunnicliffe, Ryan Barnett, Egan O'Connell, Stephen Fletcher. That's 6 injuries. I would say 4 or 5 of those injuries are very, very important to this team, especially for the rotation. It's a grueling league, got a lot of games to play. We're only in November. It's November 1st today, so got to keep an eye on that. So how do we win? How do we win this game on the weekend? Well, we got to do what we've been doing. The fight is always there. It's never an issue. We can't give up an early goal. That's one thing we can't do. I was not impressed with Mansfield's midfield. I think we can get after the midfield. I think we have a better midfield. I think they got overrun. They got overrun by a 19-year-old kid. I think his name is Alfie. He's on loan from Spurs. What's his name? Alfie Devine. He scored the goal in the 50th minute. He's on loan from Spurs. He's 19 years old. The rest of the midfield, I wasn't impressed with. So I think we can get at them real quick. We have a better midfield, which I think with my starting 11, I think will be a strong one. I think you'll agree that we could really overpower their midfield. We got to get Mullen running the channels. Got to get. Well, why don't I do this? I'm going back. I'm going to the wrong order here. I'm just going to put up my starting 11. Here's what I think. It's going to go strong. 5-3-2. Okonkwo in goal. McLean, Mendy, O'Connor, Tozer, Hayden, Evans, Jones, Lee, Mullen, and Palmer. That's wrong. Why do I have him in there? I don't want. This is me not doing the right things there. Maybe running a little bit. I had Hayden. All right, maybe I do have Hayden. I thought I put Boyle in there, but okay. Let's say it is Hayden. Okay, if he's fit, we'll play him. I thought I was going to put Boyle in there. Maybe I did. Maybe I screwed up. So Boyle or Hayden, one of those two. Those are the two I would like to put in there. If Hayden's not fit, I think we gotta put in Boyle. Boyle hasn't let us down. But that team, Okonkwo, McLean, Mendy, O'Connor, Tozer, Hayden, or Boyle. Evans to sit. I really, really like Evans sitting. He's playing really well. James Jones, Elliott Lee, Palmer, and Mullen. That's the side I think we should go with. I think that's a winning team to start out. But going back to what I think we got to get on the front foot, we got to have an energetic midfield. I think if Mendy has to get down that right and got to get some crosses in to Palmer and Mullen. Mullen's got to run the channels. In the back line, Tozer needs to put a body on that big unit, Aiden Flint, and not let people run off. So whoever is in there next to them, whether it's Hayden on one side or O'Connor on the other side, whoever's going to run off, he's going to knock the ball down. People got to be prepared for that. That big and little is key for us to stay on. We can win. They say Keller Dunn is a quick guy too. He ran the channels, but I do think that we can get at them early and then beat their spirit up a bit. We're going to be away. It's going to be under the lights, and if it is as there was a really low fog. If it looks like it did the other night, it's going to be a proper game of football. Under the lights. So I'm excited to see how we're going to handle it, but I think we can definitely get at them. I want LA Lee to have a good game. I think Evans sitting would be great. James Jones coming in with the energy is fantastic. And Mullen and Palmer up top delivering. The bench might be a little, maybe put some kids in there. I believe Dalby will probably obviously be on the bench, but we just gotta go stronger. We gotta take them out right away. We gotta kill their spirit. He said they went 19 games unbeaten. So it's a really good side. And I didn't see how I was like, I saw their record. They're sitting fourth behind us with 29 points. I was like, I didn't see it. I did not see it, but I'll tell you this, their manager was fired up. And if he was fired up for that game on the weekend, Nigel Clough, he's going to be fired up for this one. So Parkinson's going to have a big task on his hands, but I think he's going to go strong. And that is, that's my opinion. So we have this game of the weekend. I think that's it's for us. We got to go and win it. Let's go out and win it. I'm not going to make score predictions. I don't want to do that, but it is a match preview. But let's go out and win this game. As far as what's next, so we have the FA Cup. So here's the next game. So November 4th, Saturday, Mansfield Town away. It's the FA Cup. November 7th, play again. This is another cup game against Port Vale, who League One. They did obviously just beat Mansfield the other night. We play Port Vale. Watching them, not that I was impressed by them, but they had energy and they had more speed and they were on the ball. We'll do a match preview on them, but we can, that's another cup game that's coming up. That is in the EFL Cup. It's the group stage. I think it's the Papa John's, whatever they call it these days. That is on Tuesday, November 7th, and Saturday, November 11th. Wrexham is home against Gillingham, and that's a back to the league game. So we got cup game, back to league games in the next 3 weeks. We got a lot to do. Teams really coming together. The injuries, it happens. That's football. The ball's changed. Now we're going to use the yellow ball. I don't know. Do they do that in League Two? Maybe they do. But anyways, getting to the winter and the autumn, and we got to get out there and keep going. Got some great wins ahead under our belt. Obviously, I don't know if you all are watching the FX's Welcome to Wrexham. They had a great game against the Notts County game from last year, where Fozzie saved the penalty, which is a great watch, great to see. Let's keep behind the team and let's keep going, moving forward. All right, that is your match preview. Might come back on before to do maybe a late preview, but yeah, we're going to be here 12:45, 7:45 to watch the game. Be on a couple minutes early. Watch it. Please join us. Thank you. And that is your match preview for Mansfield Town versus Wrexham AFC FA Cup Round 1. Up to town. Let it rip.